Okay, so this is such a long overdue video, but here it is. Hey, what's up guys? It's Brooke, and today I'm going to be talking about my experience with Moldavite. So let's just start from what is Moldavite? What is this rock? Moldavite is a rock that is supposed to, and not a rock, a crystal that is supposed to transform your life, make you do a 180, and it's just supposed to like take in anything that's not supposed to be there and replace it with everything that should be there and everything that's meant to happen. And that's pretty much what the rock is. However, you're not supposed to get this rock unless you are 100% ready for it to do its work. So you're not supposed to, and I say rock, you know, crystal, we're gonna ignore that. But you're not supposed to get Moldavite unless you are ready for it to transform your life. And by that, like, you might be thinking like, yeah, I'm ready for it to transform my life. Like, take out what's not supposed to be there. But that could mean breaking up a relationship. That could mean pushing out people that aren't supposed to be there that you absolutely adore and love. So you're really not supposed to get Moldavite until you're absolutely ready for it. And that's why a lot of people hate it, is because they get it when they're not ready. Anyways, that's the background of Moldavite. Let's just talk about my experience. I believe it was in March. I was scrolling through TikTok. I've never even gotten into crystals before. Never even owned a crystal. Like, I did have a rock collection growing up, but like, I never believed in that stuff, right? So I was scrolling through TikTok and I came across this TikTok on Moldavite. And it was in February. I came across this TikTok. I was in Florida at the time, visiting my grandparents, and I was just blown away by like everything that this crystal really stood for. Moldavite, I was like, that is exactly what I need in my life right now. So with watching like literally one TikTok on it, I became obsessed, and I was like, I need to go find this like right now. I just felt like drawn to, like, I don't even know how to explain it. I just was like, I have to go get this right now. So I was in Florida, like I said, I was visiting my grandparents, and I was like looking up like rock shops and crystal shops, and all of them were like far away from my grandparents' house, so I ended up not getting it while I was in Florida for the week. But I decided to also sit on it because I was like, well, do I want to spend like $100 on this rock that might not even work? Like, do I want to do that? Like, that sounds so dumb. I got home and I was still drawn to the idea of getting Moldavite, so I texted my friend group and I said, hey, I'm gonna drive an hour and a half today to this rock shop because they have Moldavite and it's legit, which is a big thing because if you're looking to get Moldavite, like, there's so many like scams out there. Like, do not buy cheap Moldavite because it's most likely not real. So I texted my friend group. My friend Lauren came with me. We went on an hour and a half drive to this rock shop, got the Moldavite. I spent $80 on this little piece of Moldavite, and I was just ready. I transformed it into a bracelet, and I was like, Moldavite, do your work. Now, I was super skeptical too. Like, I was not believing like, oh, I'm feeling this because of the rock. You know, I don't know how to stress it. I am a skeptic. I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. But here's exactly what happened. So the first thing that happened is I had this urge to just delete all my social media. And I'm not talking like go on Instagram and delete my account. I'm just talking about deleting all the apps. Like, I felt like that for a good week, but I never did it, and I kind of wish I would have. The second thing that ended up happening is I started to feel like all of my friends secretly hated me, and I've never really like felt like that before, other than like maybe like middle school, you know, like where everyone's thinking that. But like, I started really feeling like all of my friends hate me and they don't want me around. And I don't know how to explain, but that's literally how I started feeling, is I was like, I am so annoying. I'm always texting our group chat first. I'm annoying them. And then what's really weird, the third thing that started happening is I started having like spiritual dreams, which is really weird. I don't really remember what they are. This is just in my notes of like things that happened after I got Moldavite. But I do remember having weird dreams, and I had weird dreams before, but these ones were like spiritual. Like, it was just weird. The next thing that happened is huge. After I got the Moldavite, I would say just about a week after, I was having those feelings, like I said, where I was like, my friends hate me, and I especially was super annoyed with my family. I love my family to pieces, but I was just like, I had this realization come over me where I was like, my family can be so toxic, and I'm not just talking about like my direct family, like the people I live with, I'm talking like my extended family. And I was just seeing how like it was just like I just saw how certain people in my family, I'm not meaning to call anyone out, but I was like having this like realization where I'm like, they just focus on money. They're not focusing on like the quality of life. They'd rather have money over a good quality of life. And I was realizing that about some of them. And then I was also realizing how like certain family members like had favorites, and it was just like all this toxic stuff, and how they were judgy, and just I love my family to pieces, but it was just driving me. I can't stress it enough when I say it was driving me up a wall. So that led me to get the urge to want to travel. And I've been into travel before. I mean, I'm an international business major. I know I want to travel for work. I know that like, travel is just a huge part of me. It's always been a huge part of me. But I really wanted to go alone somewhere. And I've had this urge for a little while, but the Moldavite especially made me get this urge even more, where I got the urge where I was like, I could do it. I could travel alone. I just know I could do it. So I had the confidence that I never really had before. And so I started looking at workaway, and I was looking at opportunities specifically in Hawaii. I was looking for a little while, and this one opportunity in Hawaii really stuck with me. I started talking to the people. I went through the interview process where I had to be interviewed by like 3 different people. I was passing each person. But the thing that sucks is after I got the Moldavite, I got rejected for that offer, and I was absolutely devastated. I remember just like, I didn't cry about it, but I was very upset, and I literally did everything to distract myself from the idea of now I'm not gonna go to Hawaii because my workaway just closed. I got rejected, and it was absolutely devastating. But then, this is just, I don't know, this is all bizarre to me because sure, maybe it's not the Moldavite, maybe it was just my life circumstances, I don't know, but this is what happened. So after I got rejected for Hawaii, I had this little urge. I was like, what about Puerto Rico? It was so random. I've never even done research on Puerto Rico. I didn't even know what was in Puerto Rico. Like, I couldn't even tell you the capital of Puerto Rico at the time. But all that was in my mind is I was like, I want island life, and that's all I want. So I typed in Puerto Rico on Workaway, and I looked at a few opportunities. I literally think I texted only 3 workaways because I wanted to go to Puerto Rico, but Hawaii was just so on my mind that I was like, I'll apply to these for Puerto Rico, but I'm not like gonna be devastated if I don't get them because I want to go to Hawaii so bad. So I applied, and within a few days I heard back from one of them, and I got accepted to go to Puerto Rico for the month. Literally, it's just bizarre because then I decide to go for it. I'm like, you know what? Let's go to Puerto Rico. I have a passport, even though you don't need one for there. And then after, I'll continue traveling, and I just went for it. And I ended up booking my plane ticket literally before even telling my parents about this, and I've never even traveled alone before. So I booked my plane ticket. I told my mom that I need to talk to her when she comes home, and when she came home I said, hey, not this weekend, but next weekend I'm heading out for Puerto Rico. So is there any way that you could take me to the airport? And my mom thought I was kidding. Like, she was literally like, have you done your research? Like, what are you doing? Like, that was so in the moment. But I was like, I have this urge. Something is telling me I need to go to Puerto Rico, so I'm going. I'm just so blessed. Like, that's why I keep smiling, is because I'm just so blessed for like what this has done to me. My mom takes me to the airport. We have a moment. She tells me to be safe, and I head out for Puerto Rico. And not even kidding, I promise, literally, like, the Moldavite was on a bracelet that I made for a good month or 2. I wore it every single day. The minute I get to Puerto Rico, literally I think it was day 2. It was either day 2 or 3, but I'm pretty sure it was day 2. I lost the bracelet, and it was nowhere to be seen. I looked up and down everywhere that I went, could not find the Moldavite. It just disappeared. Even though it was an $80 rock crystal, whatever it is, literally I was not disappointed because to me, like that just meant to me like it did its purpose. I don't need it anymore. I'm in Puerto Rico, I'm in San Juan, and I love life, and it has led me here. So that's just my experience with Moldavite. I know everyone's is different. Some people like have absolutely traumatic experiences with it, so I do not recommend it to you if you are not ready. But if you are ready, like if you have been living, like I was an autopilot before I got Moldavite. I was literally working a job, I was like doing my freaking college classes. I'm still in college, and I continued it when I got to Puerto Rico because it was all online last year. But like if you are in autopilot and you are just looking to change up your life, I cannot stress this enough. I literally, I just think you should get Moldavite, because if you're ready, like I cannot stress that enough too. Like, and also disclaimer, I'm still a skeptic. I do believe it was the Moldavite, but at the end of the day, I'm also like, was it the Moldavite or was it just good luck? Was it God? Was it, I don't know, Mother Nature? Whatever you believe, like it could have been any of that. But it was just the fact that I got the Moldavite, and then all of that happened literally right after. So I was kind of like, so this is a super random video, but I hope that you guys did enjoy. It's been a minute since I uploaded, so I figured I would produce some content for you guys. So if you guys did enjoy, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. It'll make me smile, and I will see you guys next time I see you guys with a brand new video.